So welcome back to another rebuild here on NBA 2K24 Next Gen. In today's video, we are back with another episode of our prospect rebuild series. Today it's going to be Dalton Knecht, the Memphis Grizzlies. To put it nicely, I would say this was the season from hell for the Memphis Grizzlies. Ja Morant was suspended the first 25 games of the year, comes back, plays a few games, and then goes down with a season-ending injury. On top of that, it feels like everybody else on this team got hit with the injury bug. So we know what the Memphis Grizzlies are. They are a tough kind of grit and grind team, one of the better young cores in all of basketball. And honestly, this is a team that is ready to win now. You know, this was a playoff team last year, even if it was not a very long playoff run. This team is talented. We all know how good Ja Morant is, how good the rest of this team is, and I think Dalton Knecht makes a lot of sense for this group. As always, let me know any other video ideas down below in the comment section. I know I've mentioned this in the past few prospect rebuilds, but I'm not exactly sure how many more of these we're going to do, at least pre-draft. We are slowly but surely, obviously, getting to the NBA offseason where there will be a ton of more content. But over these next 2 or 3 weeks, we're definitely going to need some video ideas from you guys. So anything you want to see, let me know down below in the comment section. Let's get into this one. It felt like now that we were several selections into, the NBA draft and all of our prospect rebuilds, it just took absolutely way too long to get through the draft. So the order is set in the way that I think it is actually going to go, or the way I've been doing it so far. And Dalton Knecht's on this Grizzlies team. So we're just going to talk about this roster, and then we're going to go through offseason number 1, pretty much as we always do. Let's start out here at the point guard spot. Ja Morant, 24 years of age, 93 overall, was the number 2 overall pick back in the 2019 NBA draft, and he has been nothing but spectacular when he's been on the court. Of course, this past season being suspended the first 25 games and then being injured for the rest of it was less than ideal for a Grizzlies team that was looking to bounce back after a tough playoff exit last year, but ultimately the future is very, very bright for this team, and it's going to be led by this man right here. I am not worried whatsoever. He is going to kind of get it together if that's what you actually believe, but he is incredibly talented. He's a superstar in this league. Oh, it hurts. It hurts. It hurts. Marcus Smart, I am a Celtics fan if you didn't know. He's one of my favorite players in the league still. 30 years old, was obviously supposed to, or they were hoping anyways, was going to be a nice replacement option at the point guard spot for Ja Morant throughout his suspension. And then obviously with Ja Morant being injured, and then Marcus Smart gets injured. Long story short, he's obviously a very tough-nosed defensive player, won DPOY back in 2022, and I love him. I'm always going to love him. So he's obviously a fantastic backup point guard option, and I'm very excited to see what we can do with him here today. Shooting guard spot, Desmond Bane. He's 26 years old, 85 overall. A lot of the times when he was, kind of one of the only real scoring threats out there, I wasn't crazy impressed with what I saw. Again, I know he's not supposed to be a number 1 option, but he is making a crap ton of money, and so hopefully he can show us something here today. Overall, I think he's a great player, not terribly worried, just kind of telling you what my eyeballs saw. Luke Kennard is 28. He's entering free agency, and I am begging 2K to do something about that picture. Whatever's going on with those eyeballs right there, we got cut that out. Jordan Goodwin is here. Not sure how much, we're going to really get out of him. And then John Conchar is, he's certainly here. He's a depth piece. He's a name that I thought was actually going to be moved at the deadline. Maybe teams were just a little afraid of the 3-year commitment that Memphis currently has to him. So, I don't really know what my plan is with him here today. GG Jackson was certainly one of the only bright spots for this Memphis Grizzlies team. Here are his stats. Oh, they don't even show it from his rookie. Really? Why are his numbers not here from his rookie season? No, but a second-round pick obviously ended up being, one of the better rookies in this past 2023 draft, and that's kind of crazy for a kid who is 19 years old. Pretty sure he's the youngest player in the league right now. So very excited about him. Vince Williams Jr., good defensive player. Probably won't get a ton offensively out of him, but I'm not sure if he'll start, come off the bench. We'll obviously figure that out. Dalton Knecht. Now let's talk about the man who we're doing the rebuild around right now. I went with Knecht for Memphis for a couple different reasons. First and foremost, I think there's a possibility that maybe he is a replacement here for Luke Kennard if Kennard ends up maybe taking his talents elsewhere. Now, talking about Knecht, 22, really 23 years old, was a 5-year college player, spent this past season at Tennessee, about 21.5 points a game while shooting about 40% from 3. Those are absolutely fantastic numbers. I don't care how old you are. He's a player that really seems like he's going to fit well on a team that is ready to win right now. And ultimately, Dalton Knecht, I think, makes a lot of sense for this team. So I don't know if he'll be sitting here still at number 9 when Memphis ends up drafting. I also think there's a possibility maybe Memphis looks to include the pick in a bigger trade. But as of now, we're going with Knecht. I like the pick quite a bit. Zaire Williams, only 22 years old. Again, it's just a little bit of a log jam at the small forward spot right now. The emergence of GG Jackson is obviously fantastic for Memphis. I don't know how fantastic it is for a guy like Zaire Williams, who's probably battling for, backup 3, backup 4 minutes. So we'll see. Yuta Watanabe probably not going to be with the team next season. Then the power forward spot. Let's talk about it a little bit. This is a position I would like to hand back to Jaren Jackson Jr. at some point in time. There's just not really a big love, in my opinion, of what I have with him at the center spot. He's not an elite rebounder. He obviously is a former defensive player of the year, but I'd like to get Triple J back to the 4. That's kind of my goal right now, is finding that elite center that can kind of pair up next to him. But Santi Aldama, Lamar Stevens, Jake LaRavia are all certainly serviceable rotation pieces. They're not all obviously going to be in the rotation, but they are obviously nice options to have. And then the center spot, we just talked a little bit about Jaren Jackson Jr. Very, very good player. Obviously was the defensive player of the year a couple seasons ago. I don't really think from, a rebounding perspective, I don't think it makes a lot of sense to have him at the center spot. He is 6'10". He's a big man. He probably should be grabbing more than, 5.5, 6 rebounds a game. It's just the reality of the way the man plays. He can obviously space the floor, which definitely doesn't help his rebounding cases. And then Brandon Clark, 27, obviously on a multi-year contract. Definitely a solid rotation piece. There's a strong chance he'll likely be my 7th man in this rotation, but it's kind of a luxury almost, if you will. And I believe he was also injured for a big stretch of this season, like this entire team was. So as we head into the offseason, Kennard has a $14.5, $15 million team option. I'm going to pick it up and then probably trade him. I talked a little bit about my goals with this team right now. I want to upgrade the center spot and get Triple J back to the 4, so maybe Kennard's contract could be a deal, or a piece that helps us facilitate a deal. I'll pick up LaRavia's option. I don't really know what to expect out of him. And then Watanabe actually had a player option, which I was not aware of. So Scottie Pippen Jr., well, he's a 76. I'll qualify him. I don't really know how many minutes he'll get here for us. I mean, the good thing, I guess, about having a season like this, if you want to take anything good, from a season for the Memphis Grizzlies and their fan base, outside of, maybe G.G. Jackson's emergence, a lot of guys were able to get minutes, and a lot of guys were able to, you're kind of able to see how guys maybe kind of react to an NBA game. It was obviously not a fun season. I'm just kind of grasping at straws right now. So what we are going to go ahead and do is try to facilitate a deal and upgrade our center spot. As I'm sure many of you are aware, these are not realistic rebuilds. Just wanted to put that out there before our first move. Luke Kennard, Jake LaRavia, and Yuta Watanabe is currently what I'm offering for Miles Turner. He is not a player I trade for a lot, but I do think he fits what we're kind of looking for on this team. Look, he's not going to be, Joel Embiid or Anthony Davis or Nikola Jokic, but he's certainly an upgrade at our center spot, and it's going to allow me to move Triple J back to where I think he fits best. So how about we talk about it? How about we make a little bit of a deal? We have some players here we certainly could move, and honestly, I hate to say it, probably wouldn't miss too much. I'm kind of hesitant to move on from Zaire Williams. I think his value is just a little bit higher, and I wouldn't mind maybe including him in another trade, something a little more valuable. So that's kind of it in terms of the players. I'm not going to give up my first. Well, maybe I could. I'll make this top 10 protected just in case, but as you can see, it's 3.5 stars right now, or 2.5 stars, and that's really because we obviously had a bad season last year. Well, they did, but I don't really have any reason to believe that this team won't be back in the playoffs next year, so I want to take advantage of this valuable draft pick while we obviously have it, and maybe land myself Miles Turner. No. All right, how about one more second? Will they do that? No. Okay. I gotta kind of be careful right now, and okay. I know it might be a hefty price to pay, but I am very, very happy with Turner. Again, not a guy I add to a lot of different teams, and I think he's going to fit this group very, very well. So welcome to the team, moving Triple J back to the power forward spot, and we have our entirety of our front court set, and then we got to figure some things out here. Knecht's going to go to the backup shooting guard spot. I feel like, oh, whoa. Man goes down to a 73? Why is that? Is it his his size? That doesn't really make a lot of sense to me. If he was like a terrible 3-point shooter, I'd maybe get it a little bit, but you know what? I'm just going to do it. That's where I wanted to play him kind of all along. I feel like that's where he played a lot of his minutes in college, and I guess we're just going to have to suck it up. I mean, it's not like anything else from his stats really changes. Also, the B-, the guy's coming into the league as, a 40% college 3-point shooter. I understand it doesn't always translate, but that's a little weird. I feel like that should be just a bit higher. So that's my take on it anyways. But he'll be the backup to Desmond Bane. And then I honestly do think Zaire Williams is kind of the odd man out. And if he wasn't in a contract year, maybe I hang on to him. But I'm certainly not going to let him walk out the door for nothing. So anybody who wants to give me a draft pick, I will certainly take that. The Chicago Bulls, is this their first? That's Portland's first. Okay. I am just going to go out on a limb and assume that the Trailblazers will not be very good next season. And that is an unprotected pick. Actually, it's not supposed to be unprotected, is it? No, it's not. That would be stupid because I always go ahead and I worry about the protections and all my other rebuilds. I'm not going to take advantage of that right now. So let's see what other offers we have here. That's a Pistons pick. I know it. It's also not supposed to be unprotected. It's just God bless the stupidity of this game, really. This is a Toronto pick. That's coming straight from them. That's fine by me. I know it's 2 years away, and I know the Raptors very well may be, a decent team. But I'm just going to live with what I got. Then McDaniel is going to go to the 76ers. All right, that is the 10-man rotation heading into year number 1. Very excited about the possibilities with this team, and as I'm sure many of you have already pieced together, it is pretty clear that Knecht is our lowest overall right now. He is not going to be my 10th man, I'll tell you that. So let's set this rotation. We are ready to go for our first full season here in Memphis. I am very excited about what this team can be. There are no more suspensions, there are no more injuries, and hopefully we are back in the playoffs where clearly we kind of belong. So it's John Morant, Desmond Bane, Gigi Jackson, Jaren Jackson Jr., and Miles Turner. I like this 1 through 5 quite a bit. I think the entire group fits very, very well together, and I really do expect this can be a team that can lead us to hopefully a top 4 seed. Bench unit's really good. Marcus Smart, Vince Williams Jr. I'm playing Dalton Knecht 17 minutes a night. Again, I fully understand he's the lowest overall. It's the way we're doing things. Brandon Clark, and then Santi Aldama. Really good team, really good bench. I'm excited. I'll see you guys at the end of year number 1. I'll be honest with you. Maybe I thought a little too much about this team. I just kind of thought we would pick things up where they kind of left off, and that wasn't the case. We went 43-39, which, all things considered, is, of course, better than last season, but it's still a little disappointing. I'm not going to lie to you. Nikola Jokic, 4th career MVP. Stephon Castle. Draymond, your 6th man of the year. Wemby, who's surprised there? TJD, Paolo Banchero, Mark Daigneault. All right. As I mentioned, am not super excited about the season we just had. We are the 5 seed, which... Again, we wanted to be top 4, and we're not that far off. We were tied with the Warriors. So, maybe just the entirety of the Western Conference was kind of, down across the board. But I still feel like this could have easily been a 50-win team. I really do. John Morant was solid. 22.5 points, 6.5 rebounds, 8.5 assists. He was 55% from the field. Did everything we could have possibly asked him for. Desmond Bane, solid second option for us. Triple J, Miles Turner, G. Jackson, Knecht, Vince Williams Jr., Smart, Clark, Aldama. Rebounds per game was led by Turner, and assists was John Morant. So, we do have the Warriors here, first round of the playoffs. Obviously, the Warriors are getting a little bit older. They have not made many changes. Looks like they've just slid Jonathan Kuminga into the starting 5 because Draymond Green just won a 6th man of the year. TJD, now they're starting center, and Klay Thompson still there next to Steph. All right, they're good. They're obviously battle-tested. I'm not going to sit here and tell you that they don't have the best player in the series because they do, but I do think we are a better team. We're up 3-2 right now, and we do end up closing them out in 6. Moving on to the West semis against a 60-win Thunder team who is... Let's clap it up. Anybody surprised that OG Anunoby is a member of the Thunder? It might be in like the script of 2K. I don't know. It's every single rebuild. I don't even know at this point. This is probably where we're gonna have to end. Okay, maybe not. Okay, best of 3 now. We go down 3-2. We do get bounced. All right, less than ideal, but you know what? Was that the Trailblazers? I have a couple questions. First of all, good for the Magic. Very, very solid young core, and obviously a lot of pieces. Jalen Duren, Malik Monk, fantastic. What the hell? What? Look, I don't want to discredit, the youth movement that they've gone with in Portland, but what? Not only are they in the fun, they beat a 60-win Thunder team. They were, I don't know. It's the Cinderella run. What? Hey, good for DA. I guess showing he wasn't, the wrong... he was the wrong selection. Number 1 overall. Let's be fucking serious for a second. But come on. What? Oh, God. One of those days. It's one of those days with 2K. Let me just tell you. All right, let's get into offseason number 2. Can you call that a Cinderella run? They won the finals in 5? I'm just as surprised as you all are. All right, there's the lottery. Taylor Jenkins is a coaching free agent. I know that. Let's just go bring him back. I am very high on him as a coach. So we're going to pay him a max contract, and he is going to come back to lead this team, hopefully, a little bit further in the playoffs next year. So up to the draft. I know we traded our first-round pick to Indiana, so I do not think we have anything else. We'll pass on these second-round picks. Certainly, there's maybe a little value there. Somebody just give me thank you. I just don't really think anything here in 2K is going to be beneficial in round number 2. So no options for us, neither team nor player. Aldama will enter restricted free agency with a qualifying offer just under $6 million. And then Miles Turner, also a free agent. So it's about $27 million a year. That's fine. I do think it would be beneficial beneficial to at least make one more trade with this team, right? I don't want to just completely, blow it up or make anything too rash, but 43 wins, we did get to round 2. It felt like something was a little off. So maybe one more kind of somewhat big move. I don't know. We're going to try to have a little conversation with the Orlando Magic and see if they're maybe willing to move us Franz Wagner. I understand that we're certainly going to have to give up quite a bit to acquire a player that is this young and this good, but I would be willing to do it, right? I'm always going to go ahead and lean a little bit stronger towards the starting lineup than I am the bench players, and as much as it pains me to trade my king, Marcus Smart, I would be willing to do it. And then ultimately, Vince Williams Jr. is great. I still like his potential quite a bit, but ultimately, if I have to pick between him and G.G. Jackson, probably going to lean Jackson at least a little bit right now. So, yeah, let's see what we can do here. I don't necessarily want to give up this Toronto pick because it is 2.5 stars, but I think I might. I might have to do it, and it's going to kind of hurt me if it's like a top 3 or 4 or 5 pick next year, but I would be willing to do it. I think it's going to benefit this team greatly. The other reason I was a little bit more okay with trading Marcus is because Ja Morant is obviously, 96 overall. He's playing 35, 36 minutes as our starting point guard anyways. There's not a huge need there. So, yeah, that's just kind of where we're at right now. Very excited to have Wagner here. It, of course, does hurt losing Marcus Smart, and now we have to go find ourselves a new backup point guard. Do we maybe make a move for a guy like Malcolm Brogdon? I don't necessarily hate that. There's a lot of names here. There's 40-year-old Chris Paul, if he wants to ring chase a little bit. Dennis Schroeder, also an option. 10, 1, and 4 versus, okay, really solid season out of Brogdon. All right, well, he can't give him a full-scale deal, which, again, I don't know if he'll actually accept this, so maybe I'll throw some money at Schroeder as well. I'm actually going to wait because I want to see if Brogdon will actually accept it. Will he? Maybe one more? Okay, well, a little bit of a pay cut there for Mr. Brogdon, but I don't know. Maybe he wants to come join, I guess, a contending team. So that is it for now. I'll see you guys at the start of year number 2. We were a little bit disappointed with the outcome of last season as a whole. We obviously ended up getting to the second round of the Western Conference playoffs, but then ran into a really good Thunder team who ran into an even better Trailblazers team. Nonetheless, we decided to make a big upgrade this offseason, adding Franz Wagner to this team, and I am really excited about what this group can be. Not a make-or-break season by any means, but I'm certainly going to have high hopes and high expectations. It is Ja Morant, Desmond Bane, who appears to have gone down in overall. Why? I have no idea. The man's 26, 27 years old. Now, I understand his scoring and his numbers went down a bit, but that just kind of comes with the territory of adding some more talent here. So I'm confused. I mean, he's still playing well, or he did last year at least, but God bless 2K. New addition here with Franz Wagner. Excited about what he can bring to this team. Hopefully that three-point shooting can continue to rise. Obviously was not great in 23-24. Bounced back a little bit near 34% last season, but I'd like it to be about 36, if not higher than that for Mr. Wagner. Triple J and then Miles Turner as our starting center. Bench unit's still really good. G.G. Jackson slides into a 6-man role. Nothing wrong with that. We just wanted a slight upgrade in that starting 5, and we found one. Malcolm Brogdon signed with this team. Took a little bit of a pay cut, and it's fine by me. He's a former 6-man of the year. Dalton Knecht going to be 16 minutes tonight. I think he was 17 last year, so totally fine with that. Brandon Clark and then Santi Aldama. So a lot of really good players on this team, really good amount of depth as well. And I think we have all the pieces. We just got to go win the damn games at this point. See you guys in here too. Much better second regular season for us here in Memphis. 61-21 is the final record. We are hoping this team can make a little bit more noise come playoff time. SGA is your MVP. Dylan Harper, Rookie of the Year. He is in New Orleans. Malik Monk, your 6th Man of the Year. I like Malik Monk. I hope this man gets an absolute bag from some team this offseason. I don't think it's going to be the Kings, but this guy still doesn't get the credit he deserves, in my opinion. I know he was seriously in the conversation for 6th Man of the Year up and really until the injury happened, but damn, I like Malik Monk's game quite a bit. Wemby and other deep boys, surprise, surprise. Alex Sarr, most improved. Halliburton, clutch player of the year. Just when I thought we maybe had the best record in the West. Nope, Mark Daigneault. All right, standings times. Let's get into it a little bit. We are the 2 seed here. No other team besides us and the Thunder had more than 49 wins. Interesting. And here's a look at the Eastern Conference. So let's talk about the numbers a little bit. How did everybody do across the board? Ja Morant, damn near double-double. Chef's kiss. Beautiful for our young superstar. Desmond Bane, still doing his thing. Miles Turner, Jaren Jackson Jr. Wagner took a little bit of the backseat in the scoring department. Maybe expected him to score more than one of Turner or Triple J, but not the case. Brogdon off the bench. Dalton Knecht, double digits. Beautiful. You love to see it. G.G. Jackson, Clark, and then Aldama. I do kind of feel bad, but really the fall off wasn't crazy, right? I mean, the 3-point percentage has certainly rose a little bit. Free throw percentage isn't great, but I'll take it, all things considered. Boards was led by Miles Turner, and assists was Ja Morant. So we have a playing team. That playing team is going to be the defending champion Portland Trailblazers. I want to sit here and tell you this is a cakewalk of a first-round matchup, but I'm sure every single team that played Portland last year thought the same thing, and that certainly wasn't the case. So here goes nothing against, I guess, one of the best teams in the league. We are up 2-1 at this point in time. We go up 3-1, and we put an end to that Cinderella run real quick. All right, Sacramento Kings here in round 2. It is De'Aaron Fox, Kobe Walter, Keegan Murray, Bobby Portis Jr., Sabonis, Naz Reid. Wow, they have Hartenstein. How many big men do you need? I mean, you have 2 six-man of the year. Well, Bobby Portis ever won a six-man of the year? I don't think so, actually. Hasn't he just always been in the conversation? Never actually won one. But six-man of the year candidates, and then a winner, and then a really, really underrated player in Hartenstein, who very well could get a very, very big chunk of change this offseason. Quick 2-0 lead for us. We go up 3-0. We close them out in a sweep. All right, Western Conference Finals. Here are the Thunder. Now OG Anunoby coming off the bench. They got Dirk Patel. Best Dirk in league history. No, this Thunder team's really good. You got to respect the talent they certainly have, and I think it's going to be a battle. So here goes nothing. Split the first 2 on the road. Go down 2-1. Oh my God. Well, we're right there. We're not quite good enough. Not quite. Thunder win it all. All right. My goal now is to decide whether this core is good enough, and ultimately, I think it is. I think we just have to get a little lucky, like every championship run does. And I think we have to try to find a way to not run into the buzzsaw that is the Oklahoma City Thunder. So I don't know if there's a way to avoid them. Probably not. They have so much young talent, and they're going to have another lottery pick. God, Jesus Christ. All right, let's take a look at some staff signing. I'm still very happy with the job Taylor Jenkins did. I don't think we reached, our full ceiling last year. I think this was a championship, talented group, but we just didn't get there. We have 2 seconds. Again, some of you are probably going to hate me for this. It's just not the rebuild to use second-round picks. It's just not. Team player options. Knecht and Jackson, both certainly going to be brought back. And then no qualifying. Might have a few free agents. We do. Jaren Jackson Jr. is a big one. All right, whoa. Wait a damn minute. Why do I not have bird rights on Franz? Okay, what? No real offers? Hello? There's no way 2K is going to bend me over like this. There's absolutely not a fucking chance. All right, well, my goal and my ideas have changed. I probably have to move Malcolm Brogdon. I have no idea why I can't re-sign Wagner. I've gone like tens, if not hundreds of $1 million over the cap, and I've never had issues. I don't know why I'm having a problem today. All right, I need to get a little cheaper here at my backup point guard spot. Kobe Buffkin, beautiful. Younger, if not, maybe even better. Not better. Okay, Wagner. I still can't fucking pay the guy. What is going on? What is going on? This is ridiculous. This is absolutely ridiculous. It's asinine even. What is 2K doing to me? I can't play this game with you right now, 2K. I can't. You cannot make me lose my fucking players for nothing. I cannot have it. I absolutely, without a doubt, cannot have it. I don't want to take Flory Badunga, but he might be my best and cheapest backup center. I mean, what are we doing? What are we doing here? I probably still don't have the funds. Am I losing it? Am I losing my fucking mind? And even with that, I still don't think the game's going to let me sign him because I'm going to have to pay Triple J. Unless I can wait on Jaren Jackson Jr., which is likely, but I don't know how many days I can wait. Wait, did I already sign him? Shit, I did. He has a qualifying, you get it, he's in moratorium. Fuck, what is going on? Why can I not sign my guys? This game is going to drive me to a breaking point, and it might be now. It very well could. I don't want to just dump Santi Aldama. He's a good rotation piece for us, but I might not have another choice. What the fuck? This game is really pissing me off today. I'll take Xavier Booker because at least he's a real player. Oh, is he making $7 million? That might have been a mistake. All right, Wagner. Still, nothing. Nope, he's just gone. He's gone no matter what I do. This is such a joke, and it's such a sad case that we're running into right now. I mean, there's no way, right? I mean, can I get Wagner? No. This game's going to fuck me. And I mean, part of me is like, I should just turn off the salary cap for now because I should be able to get my guy back, but for whatever reason, 2K's just doing this to me today. So I'll make an offer. He's not going to accept it. It's just the reality of what we're dealing with right now. But, God, what the... Oh, wait, what? Can I get a both? Wait a minute. Okay, I might have just freaked out a little bit for no reason. Why is it not a max offer, though? And also, why did he accept it, right? What's that about? I don't know. I'm sorry. I freaked out over apparently what was nothing, but what's going on with 2K? And I just completely murdered my bench. But god damn, what are we doing? What are we doing around here? I mean, this is just... Oh, this is some 2K bullshit at its finest. Honestly, it's probably going to be Badunga. Tumani Kamara is actually a little bit of an upgrade there, so that's fine. But again, I just had to completely clear out a lot of the talent on my bench for no fucking reason whatsoever. All right, I hate doing it, and I know nobody likes to see me do it, but if 2K wants to fuck with me, I'm going to fuck with them right back. So we're signing Bogdanovic, and then immediately trading him for a different center. Again, I know nobody's a fan of when I do this, but I'm sorry. I don't need fans today. I need a fucking center. So, I mean, God, Jesus, 2K. Just, lube me up and bend me over. Mo Wagner, welcome to the team. All right, we are now in a position where hopefully we still have enough talent. I also wouldn't necessarily hate just glancing. I am not obviously, in need of a Desmond Bane trade, but if there's like a serious upgrade out there, I will take it. Like he's making $40 million, like, right? I mean, the overall is not great. Like, unless there's anybody here, like, not Derek White, he's a little too old. This game is pissing me off today. Like, Jalen Green. Jalen Green would be, the ideal player that I would trade for. Again, I don't necessarily have to make a move, but I have draft picks, and I obviously, can't take them with me to the next rebuild. So, if you want all 5 first-round picks that we have, I would certainly entertain the idea of maybe adding Jalen Green to this team. Probably not going to happen, but I will still offer it one last time. No. I will see you guys at the start of year 3. Oh, whoa. Okay, well, we just added Jalen Green to this team. We're at the start of year 3. I don't know why the trade went through now, but it did. And Jalen Green is now here. He's an upgrade from Desmond Bane, in my opinion. I don't really know, why they accepted it, but they did, and I just gave up a bunch of draft picks. It was actually less than what I offered in the offseason. God bless the stupidity of this fucking game. I think it's a fair assessment that if I wasn't so kind of deathly afraid of the Oklahoma City Thunder, I wouldn't have made that Jalen Green deal. There was nothing wrong with the way Desmond Bane was playing. I was a little annoyed with the overall situation, but not overall situation. His overall, like the overall of the player. You get it. I just did, though. I made the trade. It's an upgrade, and I think him and John Moran are going to be a very, very explosive backcourt. A lot of dunks coming from our point guard and our shooting guard. So this seems really good. I should sit here and say that I'm still upset about what happened with Franz Wagner and the whole 2K just being on its bullshit today. But we knew that. We watched the Trailblazers win a championship in year 1. I should have known that a curveball was coming. But yeah, kind of hurt the bench unit a little bit. Starting 5's a little better. Here goes nothing. John Morant, Jalen Green, Franz Wagner, Jaren Jackson Jr., Miles Turner. 1 through 5 is clearly talented enough. G.G. Jackson remains my 6th man. The good news, I guess, about kind of having to move some bench pieces is Dalton Knecht gets in a little bit of a more elevated role. He bumps up to our 7th man in the rotation and hopefully can be a really good player for us. Mo Wagner, Kobe Buffkin, and Tumani Kamara. Again, not moves I wanted to make. I think the bench is worse than it was last year, but that's on 2K. That is strictly on 2K. I will see you guys at the end of the final regular season. Luka's in Utah. I mean, just add to the chaos of this rebuild so far. He's your MVP. We go 64-18, our best regular season record yet. It was 3 games better than last year, so not a crazy jump, but it's hard to move, a lot higher than 61 wins. LZ Harrington, Rookie of the Year. Reza Shea is your 6th man. I don't know why you're the fucking Wizards. I don't know why he's not starting. Chet Holmgren is your Depoy Collier, most improved. Give more Thunder players more awards. Luka, Clutch Player of the Year. Just fucking go. Did we have the best record in the West? Is this a sign of things to possibly come in the playoffs? We are the 1 seed. I can see it right there. The Thunder slipping to 50 wins. What's going on in Oklahoma City? Maybe they're not... What is this rebuild? Also, why is Jalen Williams here? I guess that helps our case, but not if we have to see Detroit in the finals. But why would the Thunder not keep him? This has just been one of the craziest rebuilds I've done in a long time. And it almost, it's just, I see players move, big names move all the time. Just wasn't expecting it. Shaden Sharp has replaced Luka. Don't get me wrong, really good player. This team doesn't move me nearly as much. Okay. Thank you. Now we have Luka. It is him and Keontae George in the backcourt. RJ Barrett now in Utah as well. I'm like really at kind of okay, not the way I wanted to start this one. No. Are you fucking kidding me? Dude, we're not doing this. We're not doing this. Nope. Thank you. I don't know. I just kind of went for it. All right. Us and the Denver Nuggets. No more Jamal Murray. They did bring in Josh Giddey. I'll keep my Josh Giddey comments to myself. Michael Porter Jr., Gordon, and Jokic. So let's see what happens here in the Western Conference Finals. They have the best player. Obviously, I think we're the better team, and we go out and show that. I don't know. It is us and the Cleveland Cavaliers, who have been in the finals already, I believe. They've added Grayson Allen. Dyson Daniels now here. Nick Richards, Caris LeVert. Good job on that bench unit. This team's good. There's no arguing that. Okay, not the start I'm looking for. I think we might be better, though. We win 2 on the road after winning 2 or losing 2 at home. And fuck. I got ahead of myself. I don't know why I simmed that. I should have simcasted it. Oh, man. Well, not the way I thought this Dalton Knecht prospect rebuild was going to go. This was just the weirdest rebuild ever. I thought there was clearly enough talent here to win a championship. I guess I was wrong on that front, and I maybe should have made one more move, but what other move was there, right? I don't know. Sometimes these things just happen. You have a lot of talent, you don't win. Sometimes I have damn near no talent, and I win championships. It's just the way these kind of go. So I still had fun with it. We put together a really good team. And ultimately, I think if you told a Grizzlies fans that their team would look like this in 3 years, they'd probably not believe you and be very, very happy. So let me know any other video ideas down below in the comments section. As I've mentioned now, we have a very, very interesting couple weeks ahead. With the NBA draft still being a few weeks away, and obviously free agency and all that stuff, and no more offseason, or maybe we'll do a few more prospect rebuilds. It's kind of weird to go even deeper in the lottery because guys are going to get less and less minutes. You get it, though. So not saying we're done with these. I'm just saying that, I can only do so many of them, right, until the actual draft happens, obviously. So that's it for me. Let me know, of course, video ideas down below in the comments section. As always, thanks so much for watching. I love you guys. I'll catch you guys all in the next one.